Hey guys, Matthew, and welcome to the first episode of my Zero to Hero for the Ritual League. So obviously this is day one recap. We've only done one day, so we haven't gotten really far, but I'll give you guys a recap of what happened. So started a new account yesterday on stream, started leveling, and then this happened, which was pretty damn insane. This is Twilight Strand in Act 6. I opened a box and just casually dropped an Exalt. So I was planning to do Chaos Recipe at the very beginning, or maybe just farming like low tier maps for rituals or something until I got like an Exalt or just 10-20 Chaos or something to get the build going. But I just dropped an Exalt. So that was honestly very unexpected, but really nice because at this point of the league, right, because we're in the third month of a league, we're really late in the league, so items are incredibly cheap, and a single Exalt 100 Chaos can get you through more than an entire build, at least this build which I'm playing. Now I'm going to be making a build guide on this build once I figure out the best way to level it, the leveling tree, and you guys know my build guides are always very step by step, so they're very new player friendly. So my build guide is not out on this yet. It's going to be out probably in about 2 weeks or so, whenever people start putting out build guides for the 3.14 league starter, because this is my 3.14 league starter.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
It's a miner. I love miners because I love Tremor Rod. Tremor Rod is an incredibly good weapon for so damn cheap, especially for what it offers. So we were playing Blazing Salvo, and Blazing Salvo is actually incredible. I think that Blazing Salvo in its current state might actually be able to rival Ball Lightning back when I did my Ball Lightning miner in Harvest League. That's how good it is. Just a spoiler alert. But anyways, so we ended the story. We got to maps. We were around level 70, and I decided to sell the Exalt. So we sold it for 102 Chaos, and then we bought a full set of gear. So most of these items were just a Chaos or two. Some were a few Chaos. I think I paid like 8 Chaos for this amulet and like 10 Chaos or something for this belt. So some were a little bit more expensive. The boots I completely found myself. I think the gloves were 3 Chaos. A Comb's Heart is incredibly cheap this league. It's like 8 Chaos for a non-corrupted one, and I was able to get a perfect one for 10C. And then when I was looking at the price, I was actually able to get another perfect one for 2C. I'm not sure what that was about. It had been listed for like 2 hours or something, and nobody was buying it. So I thought the guy was just trolling, maybe some price fixing, whatever. But no, I messaged him, and he actually sold it to me for 2 Chaos. That was really nice because now I was able to buy it, and now I'm reselling it for what it's actually worth, which is probably about an Exalt. Well, hopefully it sells. I'm trying to not let my viewers basically mess up this whole challenge, I guess, if you could say. So unless it's like currency or something I easily buy from other people, but like I'm not buying, for example, different items or stuff like that from my viewers, and I'm trying not to let them buy things from me either. I'm trying to really make it fair. Now it is harder because my audience has grown a lot, in recent leagues. So I don't know every single person by heart, but if it's somebody that I know is in my chat at the moment, then I'm not going to sell to them. So I'm trying to be as fair as possible, but it is difficult, to be fair. So Dream Fragments, absolutely amazing ring. I love this thing. Basically cannot be chilled, cannot be frozen, which means you don't need like a flask for it. Now I do have it on my life flask, but it just so happened to be the first thing I rolled on a seething flask, and the price of alterations is crazy expensive, so I didn't push my luck on that, because honestly I don't really have the currency until I sell the chest piece off. So running in Malachi's Artifice, absolutely love this ring. Getting Elemental Equilibrium locally on a single gem like Oberstorms or something like that is just crazy. Now a lot of people ask me why don't I use Stormbrand, because it actually attaches to the enemy, and the reason for that is because we actually use Arcanist Brand on this build. Arcanist Brand alongside Sniper's Mark, which gives us insane single target damage, then Blade Blast for Unnerved, and also Wave of Conviction for the what's it called again? the exposure. So this Arcanist brand here is basically doubling her damage, if not more. That's how crazy this thing is. Then the Malachi's Artifice alongside the Elemental Equilibrium probably almost doubles her damage again, and we're rocking a 5 link. I did my first Conqueror last night before I ended the stream, and we killed the first Conqueror within literally like a second. Like, the damage is absolutely crazy. We're going to be doing the leapfrog strategy today for today's stream. So we're going to be completing, getting the maps from the outer region of the Atlas, and then we're going to focus in on the inner regions. We're going to get to the first Cyrus, and once we get to the first Cyrus, we're going to completely ignore the entirety of the Atlas mechanic, and we're going to take advantage of the Maven Watchstones, because the Maven Watchstones are actually permanent. So I'm going to go straight into doing invitations, which is not only going to lead to making more currency than just regular mapping, but also I'm not going to have to worry about sustaining maps, because I'm just going to buy the maps that I'll be caring about, which is going to be Guardian, both Shaper and Elder Guardian maps, which we're going to complete in order to do Shaper and Elder, of course, with the Maven on it, and then get to Uber Elder. Probably going to sell the Uber Elder sets until much later when I have more levels and more currency and whatnot. I haven't really figured out a end goal for this 0 to hero. It might be like a mirror, might be a headhunter, it might be just 100x. I don't know. The biggest and the most challenging thing in this entire thing is that I only have 4 tabs. One of them I've turned into basically a map tab through the usage of affinity tabs, which is really, really cool. And then I have a currency tab. So I basically only have one kind of like dump tab where I'm keeping stuff. One dump tab, and then one tab where I'm selling things, and then another tab where I'll be selling things. But that's it. And I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, really, is going to be to somehow find a way to progress through the Atlas, progress through the story, progress through Maven's invitations, etc., and only having very, very limited amount of space to sell or keep anything or hold on to anything. So that's going to be very interesting for me. I'm looking forward to this challenge. I'm actually super hyped up. It's also a really good practice for my league start, as like I said, this is going to be my league starter build. So not much going on today so far. Hopefully tomorrow, in tomorrow's episode, there's a lot more to talk about in terms of progress. If you're interested in the build, my profile is public. I'll have it linked in the description, so you can basically keep track of the upgrades that I'm doing on the character, because this is a very, very entry. Like I said, most of these pieces were just a few chaos. This entire build so far has cost me less than a single Exalt, including the 5-link Tremorod, including the combs, including everything else. Obviously, though, the prices are messed up because we are so far into the league. But I've also gotten pretty lucky. For example, I literally dropped a rare Magic Quicksilver, and when I identified it, it was actually Alchemist of Adrenaline. So I identified an Alchemist Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline, which is like kind of insane. So we've had some pretty lucky things, like the Exalt dropping in Act 5 or Act 6 was also pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully you guys are interested in the series, and hopefully you guys keep up with it. I think it's a great time to practice for the upcoming league. Now, before I go though, I want to say a huge thank you to my supporters: Jordan, Lost with the Map, Kremis, So Nice, Flame Scorpion, Nathaniel, Richard, JW Players, Scott, Young B, Tuck Duck, Michael, Ashley, Pabloms, Cool, Keebs, Marcus, Justin, Matt, Kevin, Powell, Mercury, Ethan, Citri, Jared, Axel, and Acid, as well as, of course, a huge thank you to Phenom and Trevor. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.